Today I want to talk about the intentional teacher. This is taken from chapter 1 of our text. The objectives that I want to cover today, first of all, I want to define the term intentional teacher. I want to describe some characteristics of intentional teachers, define intentionality, and why intentional teachers are needed. Okay, first of all, I want to cover what an intentional teacher is not. First of all, there is no magical formula for good teaching. There's no 7 steps to the teacher of the year. Intentional teachers just don't happen by chance or accident. Intentional teachers do not have a laissez-faire or status quo attitude. They have very progressive attitudes. They're always researching the best strategies that they can implement in their classrooms, and they do things on purpose for the sake of learning. What is an intentional teacher? Okay, so there is one attribute that all intentional teachers have in common, and that's called intentionality. Intentionality means doing things for a reason on purpose. There are principles of educational psychology. They use principles of educational psychology in their decision making and teaching, and they combine research and common sense. Intentional teachers are aware of resources for professional learning. They continually refine their practices to address the needs of their students. And they are also aware that there are different types of learners. You have auditory learners, you have visual learners, you have kinesthetic or textile learners, and they are very aware of their needs, and they incorporate all of those strategies in their teaching. Becoming an intentional teacher. So I'm a first-year teacher. I teach 2nd grade, but my intention is to become an intentional teacher. Every day, I'm learning how to become a better teacher and an intentional teacher. So some of the questions that intentional teachers ask themselves is, how do I want to teach this lesson today? What do I want to accomplish? Is each instructional minute used wisely and well? What resources can I use to connect all 4 learning styles of my students? Characteristics of an intentional teacher. They think critically. They are constantly upgrading and examining their own teaching practice. They read a lot and attend conferences to learn and implement new ideas. They are flexible, resilient, and capable of using new approaches to solve problems. And this is very important too, because when professional development comes up, or if it's something that I think could benefit my students, I always ask to have off that day so that I can take what is taught in those conferences and in those professional development classes, and my goal is to implement that into my class so that I can better connect with the learning styles of my students and with their needs. Intentional teachers are always learning. They don't ever think or believe that they learned it all, because there's always more to learn, and they take that very seriously. What do intentional teachers believe? So research finds that one of the most powerful predictors of a teacher's impact on students is the belief that he or she does make a difference. This belief is called teacher efficacy. And I would also like to add that the belief that they can make a difference is stronger than a student's background. You will have like some teachers that tell you that they're not able to make a difference in the life of a child because of they come from backgrounds with broken homes, or parents that are incarcerated, or there's a lot of things that's going on in the home. But the teacher that can make the most difference is the teacher that believes that he or she is able to make a difference in that child's life, regardless of what circumstances they're going through. And intentional teachers achieve a sense of efficacy by constantly addressing the results of their instruction. And they do this through reflection. I myself like to reflect a lot on what worked and what didn't work when I taught, when I teach my lesson. I like to reflect. And this is just a quote. And so it says, impact. Every action we take impacts the lives of others around us. The question is, are you aware of your impact? And I think it went along perfectly with the intentional teacher and what the intentional teacher stands for. And this is my reference. This is where I gathered my information from. And I do thank you for listening.